This whole thing with TikTok and UMG has just not been good. And people are like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, you can just use other audios. Not every audio on TikTok is muted. All the good audios are muted, I'm telling you. Also, I do have my mic clipped on my shirt for this video. Sorry if it gives you the ick, but my videos have been echoey and it's bothering me, so yeah. Hi guys, I'm Tati. Welcome to your glitch style editing guide. I already have a series where I do glitch style tutorials, but I decided to do a specific glitch guide because it'll help me talk about important things that I wasn't able to elaborate in those videos. Basically, by the time we get to me teaching you guys how to do an actual glitch edit, that will be a compile of things like glitches, transitions, stuff that I use. Whereas today, we're just gonna be talking about shakes. Shakes are very important for glitch styles, as you can assume, because half of editing glitch style is shakes, but like nobody's gonna say that. But I honestly believe that glitch style is just a bunch of shakes and one frames. I've said that so many times, and I always get a lot of comments on how I do my shakes. I don't think I do anything special about my shakes, and I'm not claiming that I do. However, since I get so many questions about my shakes and it is a big part of glitch style, I decided that I would just make this the first video for the guide. Okay? Okay, let's see. Also, since I don't have my shakes memorized, I won't be able to really tell you exactly. Oh, hold on. Let me start screen recording because I'll forget. Okay, so we have opened After Effects and I'm gonna be showing you 3 types of shakes you can do. Since I don't memorize my settings, I'm mainly gonna be just reading them off to you, and you can use them if you want. Also put a shake pack on my payhip. These will be the main shakes that I use. I'll also update them as I go, so I don't have to make a bunch of like multiple shake packs because I hate when people do that. So the first shake you can do is probably the easiest and one that I used to use all the time. This is a basic Twitch shake. So you'll need the Twitch plugin for this. You guys always get on me about this, about like, oh, where's the links for these plugins? I cannot help you with plugins, okay? I am not the girl for that. However, a good resource is Lucy's tutorials on TikTok. I will link her page in my description. She can help you with plugins. I can't. So I have Twitch added to my clip, and I actually don't have a preset for my Twitch settings. I don't know how that happened, but let's start with the amount. I make the amount between 100 and 150. Obviously, the more you make the amount, the harder the shake is gonna be. I used to make this amount 300, and then I was kind of like, that's a bit much, you know? So now I kind of go with 150, 175. I like my shakes to be harsh, just depends, but 300 is definitely a lot, but you could do it if you want. I mean, it may not be that bad. So then I'm gonna set the keyframe from 150, and then I move over 7 spaces. On Mac, you can hold down Command and move the arrow key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's just moving it 7 frames ahead. Sometimes I'll make it shorter, maybe like 5 frames instead of 7, because sometimes it can be too much. I don't like my shakes to go on for too long. Then we have other things to mess with. The speed. You can make the speed between 25 and 70. I used to do 40, sometimes I do 25. I don't really see a difference a lot in speed. I know it's supposed to control the speed of the shake, I assume, because that's common sense, but this doesn't do much for me. 25, I will make it. Then I go to enable and I enable slide. Now, some people like to enable blur as well, or light, but for me, light is just exposure, so I don't want to double it. And then blur, I'm just not really a fan. I mean, it just makes it blurry to me. And then after you enable slide, you go to operator controls. And typically you could change this or leave it at 50, but I don't think I do anything with slide. One time I made it 75. Since we already have a high amount, I don't think you need to do much with the slide amount. So I'm gonna go to the end keyframe and highlight it and easy ease. Then I go to the graph. Once again, I don't like my shakes to be too long, so I love to make this graph as tight as possible. And that's it. This is the shake. This is the shake. I know it doesn't look like much, and that's mainly because with glitch edits, you need to have a lot going on. 1 frames, glitches, transitions. So it'll look better in that setting. Right now, it's just alone with absolutely nothing on it, because why would I put so much stuff on it? It's not even a real edit, and you saw the preview. So, and if this is just not that great for you, you can definitely up the amount and play with the speed. Let me see what it looks like if I were to make the amount 300. I'm very curious because this is what I used to do. I doubt it's gonna do much because it's only 7 frames long. So that's if you make it 300. And I honestly love this. My friends have told me it's too much though, so I kind of got insecure and stopped doing 300, but I actually think it looks good, to be honest. So this shake I have actually done in the how to do glitch edits tutorial series, but I'm gonna run it back here because it fits and I think it's a good shake. So this is a shake you can do with the thermal curves. It's an effect in the Sapphire plugin, so you have to add that plugin. I have a preset for it that's also gonna obviously be on my payhip. I'm just gonna look it up and read you off the settings. That's kind of unprofessional, but once again, I don't memorize how to do my shake. I've done this once and then I save it as a preset and I never touch it again because I cannot be asked. Okay, so basically with this setup, you wanna make sure that warp X is reflect and warp Y is also reflect, and then basically everything else you don't need to mess with. So you may or may not run into this problem where you add your preset and it doesn't extend to the full length of the clip. You highlight all your keyframes, hold Option on Mac, and then just drag them to the end of your clip. On Windows, I think this may be Control, but I'm not 100% sure. So now for the settings. Okay, so for the first keyframe, we have negative 1830, somewhere in between there. Then we move over to the second keyframe and it's about 380. Then we move over 2 frames and it's negative 65. Move over 3 frames and it's positive 17. Move over 4 frames and it's negative 8. Then you move over 5 frames and it's 2, and the last keyframe is 0. And this is how it'll turn out. It's just a basic bouncy Y shake, but I love it. Y shakes, I just spam those in edits. Like, they're the easiest thing to do and it looks good. Okay, next is kind of a new shake and I use S shake for this. Now, I'm not the biggest S shake supporter, you know, they kind of have it out for me. It's, I don't know, S shake is really complicated for me sometimes, but I found a shake that I really like with it. For the frequency, I have it at 6, and for the phase, I have it at 0. Make sure you have motion blur enabled. And I go down here to X shake, and this is where the magic happens. So for the X rand amp, I have it at 83. For the Y rand amp, I have it at 63. For the Z shake, I have it at 0. I don't think I touched it. And then for the tilt shake, I have it at 6.70 because I wanted it to like rotate. Then you have to keyframe the amplitude at 2.400. Of course, your last keyframe will just be 0. And I highlight them all and do my graph. I'll show you what my graph looks like. And this is how it'll turn out. Very simple, very subtle, not much going on, which is perfect for me. So yeah, these aren't the most amazing shakes in the world, of course, but they work for my style. So that's all I have for you guys today. There's other shakes that I've used and you can find those in the actual glitch style tutorial videos. If you want to watch the edit that I have as a preview, it's on my TikTok, Films by Tati. And if you want to see more of me, then you can follow my other TikTok, Films by Tati with an E. Mwah. Also guys, I downloaded Topaz because I wanted to be like, you know, the cool popular editors who always use Topaz. I've opened it, closed it, and I've never done anything with it. For months I was like, I want Topaz so bad. Finally got it, haven't used it.